I hope you're having a really fun Saturday. I would love to hear what you are doing with your kids. I saw somebody was taking their child over to a baseball diamond or stadium or park where they used to play baseball, and that means that they are somewhere with no snow. So I'm not sure if we're having more snow or rain, but there's something. But let's not talk about the weather. I'm here because I thought I would show you a little bit of the behind the scenes. So you're like literally in my bedroom. And I was going to show you why it is that I can be super creative, but girlfriend, you can't be super creative and super clean at the same time. And I know that I have that discussion a lot with homeschool moms. How do I manage the dirt or the disorganization, or how do I deal with the, all the stuff around? And if you knew me before I parented, you would be in shock and awe at how untidy I can be. I can leave the floor dirty for a long time. And these poor guys, I've been planting seedlings for the last, it's a few weeks ago. They don't even have grow lights. If they become a garden, I will be in awe. Look at these poor guys. This is not a good sign. Well, also notice the dirt. I'm doing this on purpose because I hear it often that people find it frustrating to not have an orderly home. And I've had that conversation so many times that I want you to know that it's not possible. So if you want, you can schedule on your calendar when the last child will be graduated, and that will be the year you have a tidy home. But I've learned, first of all, I'm recreating this PDF printable along with a whole bunch of other ones that you'll notice in the next few weeks. But you can't live your life on purpose and have everything clean and tidy and organized all the time. Just not possible. Has anybody read this book, The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin? I find any personality profile learning really useful to my relationships and to understanding people in my world. So that's here, and you can see this is a Kiwi Co-built light that I use for lives. This is something my son built. This is the life of an unschooler. Okay, so, and the other thing I wanted to share is how I organize. So I talked to you this morning about building a homeschool mama journal. Well, this is my behind the scenes. This is me actually quite organized because each of these file folders has different work in it. Like I've got learning all about coaching, even though it is my natural forte, but I'm creating a business journal there. This is all about my podcast. This one is new, but I needed another folder for another element of how I work, and it's about lives, and also a course on overwhelm for homeschool moms that I'm doing. Here is a writing plan list. This is actually, if any of you are working moms, so this is behind the scenes as in what I do in behind the lives or the posts or the podcasts or the intensives or the coaching classes or all sorts of things that I do. That is all the stuff that I do in a week, and also all of the ideas that I have for intensives, which are also known as Homeschool Mama group coaching classes. And on that note, I would love to hear if you are, especially if you're new here or you haven't shared with me before, what kind of group coaching classes do you think would be valuable? Because sometimes I think I underrate some of the discussion points that I have. I think, deschooling. Everybody knows about deschooling, or everybody knows about how to organize a homeschool space, or, let me think, all the first year, second year, fifth year concepts. I kind of assume that people would be bored by that kind of stuff, and so then I go into different paths. But I would love to hear if you have a thought about that, or if you think there'd be a certain thing that would be especially valuable. Definitely let me know. Okay, so behind the scenes, can you see? It is untidy. In fact, if I brought you to the mudroom, well, let's just say I wouldn't bring you to the mudroom because I have goats and there is hay and there is chicken and there is all sorts of stuff roaming around on my veranda, and somehow it makes its way into my mudroom. So instead, I brought you to the tidier place where I am putting together a podcast and a post all about big emotions. All sorts of coaching calls that I have go into these notebooks. I've got all sorts of things in here. And the last thing I'm going to show you is this. This is the first time I printed off this Homeschool Mama journal. So that's one thing. I didn't even show you this one. A Grappling with Overwhelm journaling workbook. Yeah, I have an entire list of questions in here. Oh, and I can't open it up. I'm going to show you more about that in the next few weeks. Same thing with the toolbox for big emotions. So this is from a not colored printer. It looks quite lovely with a color printer. And I know that we all don't own colored printers, but resources for real homeschool mamas dealing with real homeschool emotions. Okay, so that'd be all. Do you know what I have to do? Take the dog for a walk, go grab my son. He's got a birthday party this afternoon and he's playing chess with about a half dozen to a dozen middle-aged men right now. The stuff we do for our unschooled kids. And I hope you and your kids are having a great week. We'll talk to you soon.